All right, let's get right into it. If you're in the roofing business, a phone that's ringing off the hook, that should be a good thing, right? But what if I told you it might actually be costing you jobs? A lot of them. Today, we're going to dig into how a pretty simple piece of AI can take something like a missed call, a total liability, and turn it into one of your biggest assets. So let's just cut to the chase. I want you to think about this for a second. How many jobs right now are just sitting in your voicemail docs, totally lost? Because you know how it is. A homeowner needs a new roof. They're not going to wait around. If you don't pick up, boom, they're on to the next roofer on the list. And just like that lead is gone forever. And look, this problem just goes into overdrive during your peak season, doesn't it? It's chaos. Your crews are out on jobs, completely maxed out, and the office phone is just ringing and ringing and ringing. Every single one of those calls you miss isn't just a missed call. Nope. It's a brand new job for your competitor. It's money, literally walking right out the door. Okay, so let's talk about that first. The roofer's peak season. It's this weird time, right? The best of times and the worst of times, all at once. So here's the reality of it. On one side, you've got this incredible opportunity. Calls are flooding in, your website is getting tons of traffic. This is where you make your money for the whole year. But, and it's a big but, here's the challenge. Your crews are booked solid. The office is totally overwhelmed. There's just no way you can personally answer every call or greet every single person who lands on your website. So what's the fix here? Well, that brings us to the solution. Your very own 24/7 digital assistant. Now, don't get thrown off by the letters AI. That sounds complicated, but it's not. Just think of it like an automated receptionist that never sleeps. It's a tool that's always on, 24/7, ready to instantly chat with people on your website. And this is the really crucial part, make sure every single phone call gets answered and that lead gets captured. All right, talk is cheap, right? Let's get into the proof. We're going to look at the actual numbers from a bunch of roofers who use this exact tool during their busiest time of year. Okay, check this out. This is the big one. During that peak season, roofers who had an AI assistant captured, get this, 69% more leads. 69%. We're not talking about a tiny little bump here. That is a massive surge in potential jobs, coming in right when you need them most. So you're probably wondering, where are all these leads coming from? Well, let's start with your website. The data is pretty clear. 21%. That's more than 1 out of every 5 visitors to these roofing websites actually had a conversation with the AI chat assistant. Think about that. These are people who, most of the time, would have just clicked around for a few seconds and left. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. The timing. Almost a third of those chats, 30% of them, happened after business hours. After 5 p.m., on the weekends, times when your office is dark and the phones are off. Without this tool, every single one of those leads, poof, gone. And it's not just about having a friendly chat. This thing is effective. The AI is designed to qualify people, and it works. Of all the visitors who started a conversation, a whopping 23% turned into actual qualified leads. With their contact info captured, ready for you to send out an estimate. It's a real game changer. Okay, so that's your website covered. But hey, we all know for a roofer, the phone is still king, right? So, what about the calls? What happens when you're up on a roof and you just can't get to the phone? Well, the impact there is just as huge. For these same roofing companies, just by turning on the missed call handling feature, they saw a 48% jump in captured leads. 48%! What it does is simple. If you miss a call, it instantly texts the person back to start a conversation. That means no more playing phone tag, no more leads dying in your voicemail. So this really paints the picture, doesn't it? It's a total transformation. You go from the before, where calls go to voicemail, website visitors just leave, and your business basically shuts down at 5 o'clock, to the after, a whole new world where every call gets handled, every visitor gets a hello, and you're pulling in qualified leads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So let's bring this all home and talk about what really matters. Turning all these calls into actual estimates. So what does all this mean for you and your business? It's simple, really. You get total coverage. Every single person who clicks on your site gets a response. Every single person who calls gets an answer. No lead gets left behind ever, 24/7. And the bottom line? Well, the bottom line is you get more qualified estimates booked on your calendar, all happening automatically in the background so you can just focus on doing the work. So I'll leave you with this final thought. What if that thing that drives you crazy, the endless missed calls and voicemails, what if that could actually become your most reliable way to get new business? It's all about flipping the script. You go from losing jobs to booking them without even lifting a finger. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.